Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. So, today we would like to present a topic about waste management in Malang. Specifically, focusing on the waste management process and case study of TPA Sumpit Urang. Waste management is an important issue because the amount of waste produced continues to increase every day. Without proper management, waste can cause environmental pollution, health problems, and other social issues. In this presentation, we will explain what is waste management, types of waste, how waste is managed in Malang, environment effect, and also the solution for the waste management. Before we start, let me introduce our member group. We have Sabrina Safa Kamila, Nadia Yuseptiani Putri, and Yeremia Zevanya. So, let's begin with the first topic that will be explained by Sabrina Safa Kamila.
Okay, before we talk about waste management in Malang, let's first understand what waste management actually means. Waste management is the process of handling waste from the moment it is thrown away until it is safely treated or disposed of. This process includes several important stages such as collecting waste from home and public places, transporting it to waste facilities, sorting and treating different types of waste, recycling materials that can still be reused, and safely disposing of the remaining waste. And the main purpose of waste management is not simply to get rid of trash. Instead, it aims to protect public health, reduce environmental pollution, and conserve natural resources by reducing the amount of waste that end up in landfills. Imagine if garbage were left on the street without being collected. It would produce unpleasant odors, attract insects and disease-carrying animals, and pollute the surrounding environment. Plastic waste could also block drainage system, causing flood, while harmful substances from waste could contaminate soil and water. Therefore, proper waste management is essential. It helps keep our communities clean, protect wildlife and ecosystem, and create a healthy environment for everyone. Okay, we move to the next slide about the type of waste. So waste generally be divided into three categories. First, organic waste, which naturally decomposes, such as food waste and leaves. Second, inorganic waste, including plastic, metal, and glass, which takes much longer to break down. And the last, hazardous waste, contains dangerous materials such as batteries and chemicals, which require special handling.
And now, I will explain the waste management process in Malang. The process begins with waste generation, where waste is produced by households, schools, markets, offices, and restaurants. After that, waste should be segregated into two main categories: organic waste, such as food scraps and leaf, and inorganic waste, such as plastic, paper, glass, and metal. Next, the waste is collected in transport by sanitation workers to temporary disposal sites and processing facilities. Organic waste can be processed into compost, where recyclable inorganic waste can be sent to waste bank or recycling centers. Finally, waste that cannot be recycled is transported to the Sumpit Urang landfill for final disposal. And now, let's look at the example from TPA Sumpit Urang, the main landfill in Malang City. TPA Sumpit Urang serves as the final destination for waste collected from across the city. After waste is collected and transported from temporary disposal sites, it is brought to this landfill for further processing and disposal. At TPA Sumpit Urang, recyclable materials can be separated and recovered, while organic waste may be processed through composting program. The landfill also helps reduce the environmental impact of waste through improved management practice. However, TPA Supit Urang face several challenges. The increasing amount of waste generated every day puts pressures on a landfill's capacity. In addition, not all residents separate their waste properly, making recycling and processing more difficult. This case shows that landfill management alone is not enough. Public participation in waste sorting, recycle, and applying the TR principle is essential to reduce the amount of waste sent to TPA Supit Urang and support a more sustainable waste management system in Malang.
So this is the environmental effect. So have you ever thrown your food? I think like all the people have thrown their food. So most of us actually affect our life, but we not realize it, right? But it wastes our money. Why we waste our money? Because the first, when we buy a food, we buy it by money, right? When we throw it out, it seems like we throw our money too. So it's something like it's waste our money a lot. Especially as a students, and of course when we live in the boarding house, money is very important for us to support our system in learning, right? Because we need to buy our food, use that money for help our institution, have a lot of things to do by our money. So the second is it harms the environmental. Why I said it's harm, when we put earth in landfills, it produces methane gas, which is contribute to climate change and pollute our soil and water. So the third is the ethical issue. Why I said like that? While we throw away a food carelessly, millions of people around the world don't have enough food. Why? When we have a good food, but we throw it, it seems like we give them a bad food. So many of people try to eat good food, but we try make them suffer with our bad food, because most of them try to find it, but it's hard in their place to find a good food. But with our super little, we can help them by find a good food for them. And the next is about the solution, what we should do to make our world this better and stop the climate change again. And so we can actually do something about it, and it really doesn't have to complicated or some expensive to do. It starts from by our habits, little habits. So first, throw your trash in the right place. So why I said like throw our trash in the right place? It sounds like obvious for all the people, but honestly, it's a lot us still miss the bin in our life in any way. Like many people in Indonesia, especially of us, like we doesn't care about the trash we bring. We just throw anywhere without looking at the around and looking at the place. It seems like we support to make our earth, it's make it climate change more bigger than before. So by we throw our trash in the right place and throw it into the trash bin, it's helped to our environmental be good and be better to our next generation. So the second is don't waste food. Try to only to take or cook as much as you can actually eat. Because when we throw away food, it doesn't just disappear, it become waste that pollute the environment.
because most of us doesn't care about our portion. We just look at the mukbang creator without thinking our portion. We think like, oh my god, I can do that, but actually you can't do that. The effect, you throw your food and make it our environmental bad and make it like before, make our environmental have the climate change big and bigger than we do before. So the third solution is, if you don't have left food over, compost it. Composting turns food scraps into something useful, like a natural fertilizer. It's simple and actually really good to our soil, because we just to put it into our soil, like bury it inside our soil. So it's help our soil make grow good and make it better for them to make it our soil calm. And the final, this is one see rubbish on the ground, pick up it, even it's not yours. I think the actually the kind of attitude that can change our environmental. Because small action like this, when do consistently and by many people, really do make us difference. Like as I wanted to say, like, by little action we do make it big impact to many people. When people do a kind, when we do something kind, maybe another people gonna follow what we do too. So make it just take it another people trust, it can help our environmental too. That's all for me, and we continue to our friends.
In conclusion, waste management is much more than simply throwing away trash. It is a process that includes collecting, sorting, recycling, treating, and safely disposing of waste to protect both people and the environment. Through the example of TPA Supit Urang, we have seen that effective waste management is possible when the government and the community work together. We also learned that poor waste management can lead to serious environmental problems such as pollution and plastic waste that harms wildlife and ecosystem. However, creating a cleaner environment starts with each of us. Simple action like reducing plastic use, separating our waste, and recycling can make a big difference. Remember, every piece of trash has a destination. The choice is ours whether it becomes pollution or a valuable resource. Thank you for your attention. We hope this presentation has helped you better understand the importance of waste management and inspire you to take a part in protecting our environment. See you!